It's our Boxing Nation, and I'm back at it with another banger video. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about what's going on in the boxing world today, what's going on between Terence the Bud Crawford and Errol the Truth Spence. So far, I guess they have gotten deals together at a 65-35 split in favor of Errol Spence. Terence has signed the paperwork, and he's also accepted the deal. And so he's also accepted that Errol Spence will be the A side in both fights. So because there's a rematch clause in the contract. So in both fights, though, Errol Spence will be considered the A side. Even if he loses in the first fight, he will still be considered the A side in the second fight, and he'll get the bigger purse bid. So that says a lot about Terence the Bud Crawford. Feels like he's capable of doing in that ring. He feels like he's able to knock Errol the Truth Spence out, and obviously that's why he took the 65-35 split in favor of Errol Spence. That's a big split, and there's no guaranteed money up front for Terence the Bud Crawford. So there's a lot. I mean, when you put legacy and when you're trying to get yourself into the Hall of Fame of boxing, you can see why Terence the Bud Crawford is doing this. He's 35 years old. I'm not trying to say he's old or anything, but he's out of his prime in boxing, or he's starting to get out of his prime in boxing. So I know he's just looking for those big fights and looking for those big paydays, and he knows that eventually, even if he becomes the A side after this fight with Errol the Truth Spence, say he wins, he will be getting a bigger purse than any other fight he has. He will, because he will be the biggest name in boxing. So shout out to both of these fighters. So it looks like the fight date is November 19th. It's gonna be, I think this fight is gonna be amazing. My prediction, I can't even really give you my true prediction, because I see both of these fighters working hard. They've both been training like monsters. I would say I'm gonna be honest, I'm leaning towards Errol Spence the most. That's like my man's. Like I love Errol Spence in the fight just because Errol Spence is who he is. Like he's different in that ring. Like he's walking you down like Mexican fighters, but he's African American. He just has that winning spirit. He has that winning spirit. So I don't know. I love Errol Spence, and I don't know, man. I feel like him and this fight against him and Terence Crawford, I feel like it won't go the distance. Everybody thinks it will, but I don't think this fight will go the distance, bro. They're gonna be knocking, bro. I can see one of them getting knocked out, bro. Like, but just because of how great these fighters are and how good a condition I know that they'll be for the fight. So, and I think that this fight will just be an amazing fight. We've seen that Spence can box for 12 rounds. We've seen that Terence can box for 12 rounds. Both of these are impeccable fighters. They're stylistically, this fight will be amazing. This will be an amazing fight, the biggest fight in the boxing world to date. After this fight, where do I think that they go after this? I think that the winner of these fights, they need to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. Ennis has been putting in a lot of work inside of the division. I'm not saying he's probably, he might be at the top of the division, but in case you guys feel like he's not, I feel like I said, I feel like he should be given a chance after to fight the winner of the fight between Errol the Truth Spence and Terence the Bud Crawford. Like I said, man, I take nothing away from these fighters. I think that this is gonna be an amazing fight, but I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like they need to pay these fighters evenly. They need to pay Terence the Bud Crawford. They need to pay Errol the Truth Spence evenly. I feel like they both deserve it. I feel like Terence definitely deserves an even split, but like I said, he already took the. But I feel like, man, both of them deserve an even split. With Errol Spence, I know his background in boxing and everything, his amateur background and everything, but let's just be honest. Like I said, Terence the Bud Crawford is one of the biggest draws, one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing right now. So if not the biggest name in the sport of boxing right now. So we should just give credit where it's due and just give them an even split in this fight. Starting 2023, I had to do my due diligence on and find this out. In 2023, it will be mandatory for all champions to fight champions. So that is, most of these fighters, they usually just pick and choose, like, oh, I want to fight him, oh, I don't want to fight them, you know, type of thing. And I feel like boxing has been like kind of dry just because of it. We want to see these bigger fights, and we want to see them We want to see these bigger fights when we want to see them, not when, you know, like halfway down the line when these fighters are already out of their prime and things like that. We don't want to see the fight at that point. We want to see them when the champions are champions, and you know, the people who have potential to be champions, they get their chance, you know. There'll be nobody just sitting there with a belt and they're not fighting, they're not an active fighter. So I think this will be an amazing change to boxing. I'm excited for it. 2023, like I said, I hope everybody just stick to their word and everything. All of these box networks be able to pay these fighters like they're supposed to be paid, because they are putting their life on the line every time they step in that ring. Like I said, man, I take nothing away from this fight. This fight is going to be an amazing fight. Everything's going to be set up perfectly. It depends, man. Like I said, they want to fight somewhere neutral. They want to fight like in Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out to both of them, man, for making this happen, man. I feel like a lot of these fighters at the top, like I said, they really don't. But man, like, I'm ready to see these big fights, man. Now we can see the likes of a Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis. We can see the likes of, like, we can expect these fights as early as next year, just because we know that they're gonna pass that in 2023. So man, shout out to the Boxing Association. Shout out to everybody. I don't want to make this video long and strong. Man, just don't forget to, like I said, don't forget to check out all the other videos on my page if you want to keep updated with the boxing content. But it's up, Boxing Nation, and we signing out. Dudes.